Epcot is the only Disney park where you can learn about sustainable farming and be drunk in China in the same afternoon.
Yeah. And somehow that makes perfect sense. This is the worst beyond the magic.
Welcome back to The Worst. I am Pete Morrison.
I'm Jay McMahon.
We are Disney enthusiasts.
We're two of Travel Nation's two worst travel agents.
Outstanding. Today we're going to talk about Epcot. Opened October 1st, 1982. We're going to give you the best and the worst that it has to offer. I think the most confusing Disney park. What do you think?
I think so. I think this park has a bit of an identity crisis. I don't know. I think Walt had envisioned this place as some corporate innovation and a real city, and somehow it's evolved into what it is today after the untimely passing of his death, obviously a very long time ago. It feels like Epcot's just a bunch of stuff just mashed together. You know, that's your favorite word, like mashing buttons, right? But it just doesn't make a lot of sense, but we love it anyway.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I know Experimental Prototype Community of Tomorrow was the original name, Epcot.
That's right.
You know, it was originally designed to be like you said, a city, and now it's there's a Guardian roller coaster next to a greenhouse boat ride.
And that's what it is. And it's somehow one of our favorite parks because of that.
Well, you know, it was originally we thought when my daughter was younger, we were like, no, we're not going to take her. It's not a kids park. It's definitely evolved since then.
All right, so basically the park is split into two different halves. We're going to talk about each different little world, each different little area, and then of course our favorite area, the World Showcase. But we'll get there in just a second. All right, so first we're going to start off with World Celebration / World Discovery / World Nature, or whatever the heck the name is right now, formerly Future World. And that's how I know it is. I know, Pete, you do the same, right? This is the central hub of the park. It's the home to Spaceship Earth, which is a big, large golf ball. In case you didn't know, that's what that is. Home to Communicore Hall and the new Walt Dreamer statue. Pete, did you see Walt hanging out there, sitting down and welcoming people to the park?
I've seen him. I say hi every time I walk by.
You have to. This is like Disney trying to convince you that Epcot still has some educational themes to it a little bit.
I think, you know, like last week when we talked about Animal Kingdom having the conservation themes, Epcot does hold on to some of those, but I think it's more, now as the booziest park out of the four, you know, it's lost a little of that.
Just a tiny bit. World Discovery, is the next side of it. This is more or less the thrill ride side of the park. There's science and technology themes. It's home to my favorite roller coaster, which we talked about last week, which is, of course, Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind, home to Mission Space, and home to Test Track.
Yeah, this is where you either have adrenaline or motion sickness.
And it's later for the two for me. I suffer from motion sickness a lot, and it's not fun. Next up there is World Nature. This is the calm, relaxing side of Epcot. Sustainability and nature themes here. It's, of course, home to Living with the Land. The Seas with Nemo and Friends. Soaring Around the World now is Soaring Around America. Thanks to the American 250 celebration going on now.
So looking forward to that. Yeah,
that's going to be great. I love Patrick Warburton as our flight attendant. That's the best. And the fact that
fantastic.
He reprised his role I can't wait to see it. And of course, everyone's one that I love to hate is Journey of Water, inspired by Moana.
It's gorgeous.
It is. You want to talk about Living with the Land?
Oh, yeah. I definitely want to talk about Living with the Land. Like, I just, so for any people who really haven't been to Disney yet, Living with the Land has a cult-like following. It is just one of those rides that is cutting. It's just crazy. It's not cutting edge. It's casual. Guests barely remember it. But if you have joined the cult and you're in the fan club, this ride represents classic Epcot. Old Epcot fans miss when the park was weird and educational and experimental. Living with the Land still kind of gives you that original version. But the ride itself, super comforting. It's air conditioned. It's a slow moving boat. There's peaceful music. There's plants and water sounds. It's basically Disney meditation. And it feels authentic. The greenhouses are real. The science is real. The food production is real. The park increasingly built around IP. That authenticity stands out. It's just really great. And it's unintentionally hilarious. Disney fans quote lines from the narration like their movie dialogue. It's almost like Rocky Horror Picture Show in there if you get the right crowd. Their giant pumpkins, the tilapia tanks, the Mickey-shaped produce, all of it became meme material online. If you type in the living with the land, you're going to get some great reels from people. It's replayable. The crops are always displaying because it's real crops. It's real sustainable. So you can rewrite it different times of the year and you're going to get a different experience. I think part of it is, we talk about this a lot, is the internet and the viral culture and what makes people keep going back to things and why things become popular. Like the purple wall was really popular for a long time. And I think it's YouTube and TikToks and Reddit threads and everything like that. But it's that same kind of energy that people love the People Mover or Tomorrowland Transit. It's just great. I love living with the land, but I'm definitely not the same kind of passion for it. I'm usually just waiting to get the drinks over in the World Showcase.
Yeah. So speaking about the World Showcase, thanks for explaining the living with the land. For those who don't know, it is in the land pavilion, and all of the food that Pete's talking about, you actually have the opportunity to eat while you're there in the park. So a lot of the stuff that's grown there, you actually are going to have a chance to partake in. So it's kind of neat. It's kind of a full circle moment there. Yeah, this part of the park is more or less World of Nature is where Epcot politely asks you to care about the planet and then lets toddlers control water like they're dummy dogs. Let the land and sea, okay? It just doesn't, that Journey of Water is, I mean, when you and I went through it back in January, it was cold for one.
Yeah.
And then we just looked two like creepy old men walking through with a bunch of, like toddlers trying to control the water. But anyway, that's neither here or there. Let's get to our favorite part of the park. Of course, Pete just mentioned it, the World Showcase. This is a part of 11 countries, 11 pavilions surrounding the lagoon. Culture, food, entertainment, architecture. This is what most adults think about when they think about Epcot. And the countries, I'm going to name them off here. Did I have all 11 here written down just so I don't forget them? Mexico, Norway, China, Germany, Italy, America, Japan, Morocco, France, United Kingdom, and Canada. Those are 11.
Did you know, Jamie, that Disney planned for countries originally to additional countries that never came off the ground when they were planning?
I didn't know it. Do you know who they are?
Yep, they had Israel, Equatorial Africa, Spain, Venezuela, and the Soviet Union pavilion concepts during the Cold War.
Huh.
Yeah.
I did, and Russia is still not part of it.
Still not part of it.
And I don't think they're going to be. Something tells me they're not going to be.
Yeah, as you can imagine, there were some political issues that stopped those countries from being there, and then funding.
Yeah, gotcha. I think World Showcase certainly transforms at nighttime. It becomes it's a cultural experience during the day, then turns into like the world's cleanest bar crawl in the evening. Like it's yeah. But so we understand, Pete and I are going to get a lot more into this in part 2 of this episode. We decided to break it up in part 1 and part 2 because Epcot is so huge and there's so many things to talk about. I know you all want to talk about drinking around the world. You all want to listen to that and listen to what Pete and our favorites are. But we're going to get into that in episode 2 or part 2 of this discussion.
So this is going to be our PG-13 version, and then next week will be our PG-21 version.
Okay. There you go. I know we talked about this a little bit earlier. People kind of struggle with this park, like newbies struggle with this park because they really don't know, other than the World Showcase, like I talked about, they really don't know where to go, what to do, what it's about. They break it. I mean, other parks break it down. Magic Kingdom is fantasy. Hollywood Studios is movies. Animal Kingdom is, of course, adventure, which we talked about last week. And Epcot is like science rides, world travel, festivals, roller coasters, food booths. All those things all together, kind of mashed together.
It does feel like there's 3 separate parks connected by 30,000 steps and no shade.
Oh, there's plenty of shame, especially in the World Showcase. There's plenty of shame. The ranking criteria for this one is more or less there's rewritability with all the different rides there, of course. And the fun part is they keep changing them, right? So for a long time, Guardians of the Galaxy didn't exist, all right? And then Test Track was there, but it was a different version of Test Track. There's so much immersion in that. There's certainly some family appeal. I think this one is worth a lightning lane purchase. What do you think when you're purchasing multi-pass lightning lanes? Would you recommend most people purchase that for Epcot?
Yeah, I mean, because there's so few rides that all of those rides that are there are tend to be very long lines. So if you're going to pick one, and the lightning lanes usually tend to be the cheaper in Epcot too. So when we go, you can wait in lines, and if you plan it, Jamie always has some great strategy for getting into those rides. But if you plan it right, you don't need to pay anything. But if you want to pay something, then you get those lightning lanes. I think it's a good choice to get them for this park because you're going to have time to get them all if you do the lightning lanes. For me, this upcoming trip, because there's only two of us that are going to go to Epcot, we're going to think about doing the Premier Pass so we can just go to any of them when we want. Because the problem I see with Epcot is everything is so far away from each other. So you want to do Guardians, and then that's so far away from Ratatouille, and then you're backtracking to get to Mission Space if you want to do that one. Don't recommend it. And then, you want to go Drink of the World, and you've covered a quarter mile, but you've walked four. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
So what is your favorite way to get into this park? Like, what's your preferred way to get in?
I mean that for me, the World Showcase is Epcot for me. I love it. I mean, that's
Yeah, I
that's the
mean
way.
that's
So
the
I'm
obvious answer, right?
I'm a Skyliner guy coming
Mm.
into France,
We
but
could,
based on experiences and whatnot, and we'll talk about this next week, Mexico versus Canada, coming through the front and then hitting the showcase from the Mexico Canada area is historically what I've always done. But the Skyliner into France is mint. And here's another little tip: if you take the Skyliner to Epcot and you want to go check out the boardwalk after and get some cake at the cakery, it's only a short walk right from that back entrance to France there.
I think people that stay at those resorts there, the Boardwalk, Beach Club, Yacht Club, I mean, they go back time and time and time again. It's probably one of the most popular resorts for the Epcot slash Hollywood Studios area. I when I first got married, we went to Disney, and it wasn't for a honeymoon or anything. We just had some time, and we went. I'm like, I know Disney really well. I'll take you there. I ended up ruining it for her because we did the Forced March of Happiness, 4 parks in 3 days, and she didn't get to do anything she wanted to do. Anyway, we stayed at Beach Club, and because
Yeah.
of that, we got to hit all those different places there. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna totally agree with you. You could take the bus or you could take the Skyliner, right? That's the best way to get into Epcot, right to the World Showcase in the back. And if you're making a beat feet for Remy's, that's the best way to do it. And then backtrack and head to Frozen over in Norway. Anyway, all right, here's what everybody wants to hear. It's our token theme, the worst to the best. All right, what are we doing here? Okay. Here's our attractions. Number one on the worst. Pete, what is it?
Oh, see, I think we're gonna have some arguments here on the attractions.
Are we gonna get some hate mail?
Yeah.
I would like
So
any type of mail, by the way, for you people out there listening. If you could just email the worst beyond the magic at gmail.com. Let us know that you're listening. Let us know what you want to hear. If you don't like what we're saying, let us know. It's okay. We don't have to agree with you. It's all right. Just some sort of email is good to go.
I know we had some conversation about this. I'm going to go with the first one that is the clear loser in my book. The absolute worst is, for me, it's Mission Space.
I've never been on Mission Space ever.
And you're not missing anything. And I'm going to tell you because you get motion sickness, you are
Right.
100% going to spend the next 2 hours after that trying to recoup and get yourself back to zero. Because it feels like a panic attack in a washing machine. It is, like, I mean, I used to want to be an astronaut. I watched Space Camp, and now I'm like, shoot, man, I'm not cut out for that.
Can't do it. Yeah, no. That's exactly the reason why I don't do it because I do have motion sickness, and I don't want to throw up with like four other strangers in a little tiny egg-shaped thing. Like I don't want to do that. I don't want to live that first thing in the morning and then smell like vomit the rest of the day, and then try and recover and get on Guardians later on. But so yeah, number one for you, Mission Space, right?
Yeah.
I'm
Number
gonna agree.
two,
Yeah.
number two, I'm gonna throw this out there, and I'm sad about it. I really, really am. But it's old Epcot energy. It is nostalgia that just is hanging on too tight. It's like a third class clinger. I just can't. But Figment, Journey into Imagination with Figment for me, I loved it when I was a kid. It brought me so much joy, that little dragon. But now it's like, I'm sorry, bro.
It's time to go, dude. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. It's 2026. It was cool back in the 90s. I I never understood why he even existed, to be honest. Like I know now, right, as an adult, I've looked it up, I've done research. I understand why Figment exists. He's never been in his own movie, by the way. He's never been part of Disney Animation whatsoever. But I know why he exists for Epcot. I think that could be turned into something a lot better, but still keep the Figment character experience right there. I think that's fine. But I just don't think you need to take up that whole space part of the
Yeah.
park.
There's a
And
big opportunity for
yeah,
Disney to showcase imagination. I mean, they have Imagineers. That's what they do. They imagine up all these great things, but I think they need to retire Figment for something different.
and for some reason, Disney adults defend Figment like he fought in the Vietnam War, like he's
Oh
Forrest
yeah.
Gump or something. Like
They're like Swifties. Yeah.
I don't get it, man.
I don't either.
I don't
All
get
right.
it. Maybe let's hear from the people out there. Maybe they can email us and let us know what they think.
Yep.
All right, the mid.
What do you think are mid?
These should work, but they do. So going from worst to best, or we named our first two, and I'm gonna, and again, these are all the hot takes. People are gonna hate us. Spaceship Earth is on that list. Living with the Land is on that list. The Seas with Nemo and Friends. The Grand Fiesta Tour with Three Caballeros. Which
That's a veto for me. Grand Fiesta is one of the best ones in the park.
it's yeah, yeah, especially
Don't
once
yeah me.
I mean, what's especially if you go to La Cava del Tequila first, and then
Yes.
you go there first, and then you want to go see a bunch of ducks with no pants on,
I'm
dancing to
saying, riding that
dancing.
boat, looking at all the bougie people eating tacos, like, I love it.
And then, of course, everyone loves the hate we mentioned earlier, Journey of Water by inspired by Moana.
Do you know
These
what's,
are, go ahead.
you know what's cool about Spaceship Earth? So, I mean, not much. I mean, people love it too, but,
You set that one up. You're like, so, and then it sucks. Never mind. I was
but,
gonna say,
rainwater is
uh-huh.
funneled through those tiles and through the golf ball away from the park and into a lagoon elsewhere. So like the rain's not coming off the ball and onto people walking by. You ever notice when it's raining, you're going by, it's not flooding you as you're going by, like coming off your roof?
I've never noticed that, and you're a super giant nerd for knowing that. I've never paid attention. Never paid attention. Usually, I'm going right past the golf ball, and I'm going to get my first beer and my first
Right. I'd be a nerd if I knew all those names of people that go say hi to the Phoenicians or something. I don't even know.
Oh yeah, I mean, you have to say hi to them, right? I mean, thankful for them today, right?
Yeah.
So the whole point behind Spaceship Earth is they're explaining to you the different cultures and the different time periods in the world that have led to our innovations of today. That's the whole point. There's some edutainment there in Spaceship Earth is basically what they're trying to do there. I get it. Again, needs an upgrade for sure. Figment, we're just going to X that one off the list and start over, give you something new. These rides, I think, are experiences that sound boring on paper, but somehow they define Epcot because they've been there forever.
They
So you
really
can't
do.
think about Epcot without thinking about, of course, Spaceship Earth, or Living with the Land, or the Seas. The Seas is okay. I mean, it's a walk on. Don't waste your lightning lane on that one.
Yep.
Don't ever waste your lightning lane on that one. Worry about Test Track. Worry about Frozen. Just walk right on to the Seas. I promise you, it is going to be a walk on less than 10-minute wait. I mean, not even 10-minute wait.
It is
And
a
then, of course,
huge aquarium, though.
oh, it's beautiful. Like if you
Yeah.
have time to spare, yeah, go in there and look at all the fish, look at all the different, watch the divers feed the fish and interact with all the different species that are in there. That's really cool. Um, the ride itself, the Nemo ride is what I'm talking about, and it's
Oh
not,
yeah.
yeah, it's not worth a lightning lane at all.
But
Okay.
if you're needing a relaxing boat ride, go on the TED Talk that is Living with the Land.
Learn how to grow hydroponic lettuce.
Nope. Nope.
No, no, no.
PG-13. We're not growing any hydroponic anything.
Oh my God, Pete! I wasn't even thinking about that. Oh, okay. Um, I mean, these are all those ones I just mentioned. They're great if you're going in the surface of the sun time, like right now in June, July, May, like if August, God help you. Um, all those different ones that we just mentioned have great AC. They're like Disney adult comfort rides because they've been there forever, right? We remember them from our childhood. There's hidden details. There's a nostalgia factor there. Um, Epcot needs these rides just to keep the 40 something year olds keep on coming back, if not for the World Showcase.
You know what's funny is what I think changed while we get it. Well, I'll save. Well, we'll segue into the best with this, but what I think got Epcot into this best section and what got Epcot away from the old what's your phrase? Edumacation? What do you
Oh,
try?
edutainment.
Edutainment. What it got
Yep.
away from edutainment was the festivals. I think the Food and Wine Festival really changed the landscape for Epcot.
No, I think and I don't know what it is offhand, but there's a very small window of throughout the whole year where there isn't a festival. But the festivals that they do offer are Epcot International Food and Wine Festival, the Flower and Garden Festival, the Festival of the Arts, Festival of the Holidays with Candlelight Processional, which is, I mean, chef's kiss. Or to quote my sister, hand over the crown. Like that's something you got to see in wintertime and holiday season for sure. Um, we go in January, and together we go in January for Travel Missions Retreat. What festival is going on then, Pete?
Well, it is the Festival of the Arts.
Or as we like to call them as mature adults, farts.
We literally schedule our annual trip around something called farts. This is why we're the worst, Jamie.
I know it's people come and listen to us. I'm not sure why. We're up to 40 listeners, by the way. So thank you 43. I'm sorry. 43 listeners. So thank you all for tuning in each week.
Thank
And
you.
of course, Candlelight Processional. Nothing says Christmas like celebrity narrators reading scripture 20 feet away from a margarita stand in Mexico. It's like, that's like, that's what it is. That's what it is. All right. So here we are finally, to the best thing at Epcot. Here's our best rankings. You want to take it away, Pete?
No, I'm gonna want you to take the first one because it's well here, I'll take Test Track. Test Track, I like. They've had some improvements. It's definitely worth it. It's you get the blood flowing, it's exciting.
We
Um,
were in line back in January to do that, and then what happened?
oh, I don't remember. What happened?
It broke down, and they're like, "It's you. You could stay in line, or
Oh,
you could
that's right.
go and get a lightning lane. We'll give you a lightning lane and come back." Guess what? We never made it back. Because why? Where did we go?
We probably went to go drink.
We went to the World Showcase, and we never made it back to that part of the park.
Exactly.
So we'll get
It's like you
we'll
in
go.
Mexico.
Yeah, I know. Well, I'm saying, listen, don't do it, folks. Don't do it. Don't start there. But that's next week's episode, so we're gonna get there. Don't worry.
Test Track had some improvements. I haven't seen the new improvements yet, but it is definitely worth the visit.
Yeah. So best ride overall. What do you got? What do you think?
You think so my best is different than your best. I'm gonna go with my best. My best at Epcot is Soarin'.
Soaring. Okay, so
Yep.
soaring across America.
Yep,
Patrick
soaring
Warburton
across
himself.
America. Well, we're soaring across the world or around the world, but I am, like we mentioned earlier, I'm very excited to see the America 250 celebration, and so we'll see where it takes us. I'm hoping that we get that same bison manure smell that we get from. Yeah, so I'm really
Is
looking
it
forward to how Disney displays America in this one, and it is really one of my favorites. And when Cuddy from Seinfeld gives us the safety brief, I'm just all kinds of nostalgic.
Cuddy sign that? See, you're showing your age. He's the tick to me. I remember him as a tick.
Ah, the tick.
You remember
That's
that?
right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I know. I think he's great. I'm so happy he reprised his role for that one. I'm looking forward to seeing what they did for that as well. I mean, it's no secret, folks. The best ride at Epcot and roller coaster at Walt Disney World and is Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Break. I'm sorry, Guardians of the Galaxy, Cosmic Rewind. The 5 different songs that they play. God help me if I can remember them all. But my favorite is September. Quickly followed by Gloria Estefan Conga. Like those are my 2 favorites. Like it's and which row? Do you remember which row we always stand in to go on that
Row
ride?
nine. Row
Row
nine.
9. Ask for row 9. Why do we ask for row 9, Pete? What happens?
Because you can hear Duran Duran the best from that one. No, it's not.
That's,
You
it's
can
not it
see
at
the
all.
you can see the guitar playing octopus.
Yeah, yeah. Well, God, you're so behind. You're so behind. No, because you actually, well, you start off going forward and you do a full 360 spin in car 9 when you go backwards. It's It's trust me, it's the best. And actually, there is a little tiny when you get up to the queue, you didn't get up to the almost ride where they seat you. Ask for row 9, and they will put you off to the side and wait for the next set of cars to come through if you're not already in row 9. So remember, just ask for row 9. I promise,
Yeah.
it's worth it.
My favorite travel agent, Mr. Jamie himself, he's the one that introduced me into that one, and it was definitely worth it. It was
It
very
was worth
cool
it for
to
sure,
be
right?
first. Yeah.
That's where you can hear Duran the best. Get out of here. Get out. You get out of here. Lock it up. You better lock it up.
All right. So, I mean, while I disagree that it's the best roller coaster and the best at Epcot, like I appreciate your opinion and I appreciate that it's wrong. Let's talk about the last two of the best, right there in the middle of the pack of the best. I'm going to take Remy's. Remy's, when we first started it, fantastic. Like I loved it. It was 3D and
Yeah.
I loved it. But I got some of that old man motion sickness, but it wasn't too bad. I just a little bit of it. But since they've gotten rid of the 3D, I don't get the motion sickness anymore. I think it loses a little bit. I really did enjoy the 3D, but it is kind of chaos and mayhem running underneath the stoves and whatnot on that ride.
Oh, that's the best part of the ride. I mean,
But
you
the
get to,
immersion of it and feeling like you're Ratatouille under there, it's pretty rad.
no, I like you. I'm glad they got rid of the 3D 100% because that didn't make me feel good at all. I do really like that where you walk or you drive under the stoves and the flames are over top, and I'm like, ooh, fire, that's pretty,
Yeah,
and it feels good.
that's the
Uh,
firefighter talking right there.
Well, yeah, I like it. I'm sorry, call me crazy. Yeah, I think getting rid of the 3D and getting rid of the glasses altogether, you can see all those details that you were was lacking before, which you really didn't see. Not so much when where you went into the room and they had the 3D screen playing in front of you, but on your way to the rooms. So such as like the oven scene where we're talking about, there's so much more to that ride that you can now witness and now see without those glasses on that you can pay attention to that you couldn't before. You want to take the next one? Go ahead.
All right, the last one, and we've done this one quite a few times. I don't know. It just barely made it into the best for me. And I love Frozen. My daughter loves Frozen. The animation and the animatronics are really great, but Frozen Ever After, I miss Maelstrom. I miss the Norway ride.
The whole point, right? No. Disney ruined that with Norway, or with Frozen. I remember the Maelstrom ride as well. It was good, and then again, it had that whole purpose of Epcot where it gave you that edutainment, that little educational experience along with some entertainment as well. So the whole history of Norway itself in a ride. But I have little girls, and I'm thankful for Frozen as well. I'm glad that they changed it. I'm glad that they updated the animatronics. Excuse me, to don't have like weird like screen on faces anymore. They actually will have real animatronics now, and so they all move appropriately versus before their face was just kind of like a projection screen on their face. It was weird. But yeah, I think it's most definitely worth a lightning lane. And the strategy behind this one again, I think it's going to be going straight to Remy's right away if you're going to rope drop it, and then be having your first lightning lane being Frozen. I think that's worth it, or vice versa. If you want to do lightning lane, it should be Frozen first. I'm sorry, it should be Remy's first, and work your way backwards to Norway and go that way.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, especially if you're trying not to walk 4 miles in a quarter-mile span. If you're taking the Skyliner in to France, Ratatouille's right there. It's a short walk to Norway. You can hit that, and then you can head over to Living with the Land or any of those other ones, depending on your kids. If you wanted to check out Journey of Water by Moana, there you have it. Again, I want to remind everyone, we're going to talk about the countries and the drinking and the food and the festivals more next week.
That's part two of our series.
Make sure you're tuning in for that because we definitely got some good highlights for you on those countries there.
All right, so what's your best festival? What do you think?
Food and wine for me, without a doubt. I love the arts. I'm a huge fan of art. I love walking around and seeing the arts, but the nostalgia for food and wine, and then I'm a fat kid at heart, so give me all the food grubs. And not to sleep on the food at the arts festival is really good. Flowers are really good too. The flower festival, I like it. It's spring, so you're starting to get warm. But for me, it's food and wine. How about you?
I mean, I set that up for you and you totally blew it. I mean, I wanted you to say the word farts again and you didn't say the word farts. No, I'm going to say it. Farts.
I saved
Farts.
it for you, man. You came up with it. I'm saving it for you.
Farts is the best one. It's the best. It's when we go together. It's the best way.
Old
It has,
farts at farts.
yes,
We're getting the t-shirt, friends.
definitely. I like that that festival. That it's my favorite. It's because again, it's when you and I go together, and it's when Travel Nations Retreat is, and I love it. I love to see. And the what's really cool about that festival is, I mean, the food is fantastic for one. Um, Looking at all the sidewalk art, like the art, and hopefully it doesn't rain at all during that time, because then all that artwork is washed away in seconds after it takes days to do. But take your time, stroll along, enjoy the beer that you're drinking, and enjoy the artwork that's around, and especially the sidewalk art. The artists that sit there in the sun all day and draw this. They're unbelievably beautiful, and they're from every type of Disney movie you could think of. It's out there, so it's something to see for sure. Do you have a favorite pavilion? Not to get into next week a little bit, but do you have a favorite pavilion?
I
Like,
will. I do. I'm a traveler. We're travel agents, by the way. Reach out to us at Beyond the Magic if you want to book some travel or hear about travel with us. But I mean, because of that, I love all of the pavilions. But recently, having been to Morocco and knowing that Morocco paid for and helped design the Morocco pavilion
that's
adds to
cool.
the authenticity. And then also, Morocco for me is a nice waypoint along the route to kind of recollect my senses. And it was a good spot that we've talked about before where you can kind of relax and get some shade. And so for me, Morocco is it. How about you?
I like the Japan pavilion.
Oh, yeah.
It's beautiful. It's stunningly beautiful. Take your time and walk through that and go up there. And then people are just in a hurry to get to the next country and to go to the next part. But it's take your time and walk through that and enjoy it and see the beautiful trees, the water landscapes, the buildings that are there.
You know when
Um,
that's my favorite is at night. It's beautiful at night. And if
it
you
is.
stand underneath
Yeah.
there's probably a name for that Japanese arch, but if you stand there and you see the globe, or the golf ball right in between it,
Uh-huh.
it's great for photo
Makes for a
opportunity.
good picture. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. Sure.
What's your
I
best nighttime experience there
oh
that you can remember?
Candlelight. Listen, Mexico folks, don't do it. Don't start there. Um, I think it's the Candlelight Processional. I mean,
Very nice.
you have to go to it. You have to go to it. I'm not. I mean, I grew up pretty religious, and I'm not as much anymore as an adult, but that still sticks with me, and it's cool to see the different narrators that come through. I have a particular favorite narrator. I know. I can't think of his name right now. Uh, Doogie Howser. The people are screaming at us on the other side of the radio right now. Yeah, I think they come
Neil
upon.
Patrick Harris,
Yeah, thank you.
NPH,
How could I forget?
Barney.
Yeah. It's Doogie Howser, man. That's who that is.
You're showing
Um,
your age.
yeah, I know. Yeah, I think it's a great experience itself. And similar to the Phantasmic we talked about in our Back in Hollywood Studios, Disney does offer a specialty dining package for this one. So you pick out the restaurant that qualifies under the dining package for this one, or the sectional seating for this one. So you go to dinner in the beginning, and then because you chose that particular restaurant for that particular package, you're going to be seated right up front next to Neil Patrick Harris or whatever other celebrity narrator they have for the day. So you get first dibs at your seats because you chose to do that dining package for this, which I think is it's definitely a must do for sure. All right, Pete. So next week, we are completely abandon educational themes and attempt to drink around the world. You're ready with me?
Yes, this is my moment.
Anything else that we could talk about as far as EPCOT goes? Did we miss anything at all? Did we hit it all?
No, I mean, classic Epcot, today has taken a great leaps. I did want to bring up, Cool Club real quick.
Oh yeah,
Cool
Club
Club's,
Cool, Club
yeah,
Cool.
you
Yeah,
can get your, Club Cool. You can get your free soda. And this is another one of those that has a viralness or a viral trend to it. Do you know why it's so popular?
it's probably the nasty stuff from Italy.
That's exactly right. The nasty soda. Bring your friends to drink nasty soda at Club Cool called Beverly. And it's
Yes,
supposed
there
to
you go.
be some kind of palate cleanser, and it is just bitter and awful. And I get my daughter to drink it every time, and it's great.
That's classic dad joke right there. Classic dad. No, really,
Yeah,
it has to. That's good. You should try this.
I want to throw in another plug. You know, we're DVC members and whatnot. They do have a great DVC lounge there too, and it's got air conditioning. You can also they have those really cool soda machines where you pick the soda that you want,
Mhm.
um, and it's for free. Well, it's not for free because you're paying those big DVC membership prices. But if you're a DVC member, make sure you check out that lounge.
No, I think yeah, it's right there where you meet Joy, where you meet Figment. It's right across the little pavilion there for sure. That's another my favorite part is meeting from a world of emotion or joy and Figment or not Figment, joy and sadness. I know they're hanging out there as well. I like to say hi to them. Um, again, we can't wait to talk about next week. So how can people get a hold of us, Pete? Talk to me about it.
Well, I am Peter Max. If you want to find me on Instagram or any of the socials, PETRIEMAX, and you are.
I am at five on the fly at number five underscore on the underscore fly on Instagram, all the socials as well. And of course, reach out to us on our email address, the worst beyond the magic at gmail.com. And I think
And
that'll
I'll
do
tell you, we're definitely trying to make this one shorter than the last 50-minute episode. So if you've made it this far, thank you very much. And
yeah.
please, we would love to know if anybody's listening. So send us an email at the one that Jamie just listed.
Hop on to Apple Podcasts, pretend we're the best Uber drivers you ever had and leave us 5 stars. It lets Apple Podcasts know that we're doing well and exposes our podcast to other people out there when they're trying to discover new ones. So thanks very much. I'm Jamie McMahon, my co-host.
Pete Morrison.
Pete, you're the worst.
Jamie, you're the worst.
This has been the worst beyond the magic.